In this video, we are going to discuss dating mistakes you are making as a Christian. First and foremost, going on dates without seeking the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Some of you say that, he's a loving man, she's a loving girl, she is serving in church, she's beautiful, I think I can trust her. So because of your intuition and what you're seeing on the outside, you start dating this person and you get to know each other 2, 3, 6 months down the road. The Holy Spirit comes and tells you that she is not the one. Let me tell you a story. One day I went for counseling, and then one of the pastors that was counseling me told me, Wendy, how are you going to deal with your dating life when you start dating? So I told him I'll have to seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit. I'll have to pray about it if someone approaches me. So this man of God is like, Wendy, someone can be in church. They could be a good person. They could be serving God. They could be loving you. They are interested in you. You connect, he has morals, but there's a possibility that person could be not for you. So for example, he told me, can you get, a Rawum car is small, so the tires of a Rawum car are actually small. So he told me, you cannot get the tire of a Rawum car and put it on a tractor, which simply means that somebody can be good, somebody can be amazing, somebody can be serving God, but they could be when they are not the one for you. And how are you going to figure out the one for you as a Christian? You are going to seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit. You find somebody, they tell you, I've been dating so-and-so, it didn't work out. I dated so-and-so, it didn't work out. The first thing I ask such people, I'm like, Christians should date to marry. Why are you going on dates without approval of the Holy Spirit? So instead of dating and getting to know people and then seeking the approval of the Holy Spirit, I personally believe, and this is my personal opinion, you could have your own opinion. I personally believe if somebody approaches you, you should seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Ask the Holy Spirit why this person has come into your life, and the Holy Spirit will direct you. If that is your husband, you know that you are dating to marry, not dating just for just. So I believe that is one dating mistake we as Christians make, and I have done it in the past. I have done it, but I learned from that. See, you end up even sometimes breaking the other person's heart, because as a Christian, you may be praying about it, he's praying about it, maybe he hasn't gotten a revelation about it, but here you are, you're getting emotionally attached to this person who clearly came and told you they like you. This is not your brother or your sister, please. They uttered it to you, they're like, they like you. So along the way, you're getting emotionally attached, time is going, and then in the midst, boom, the Holy Spirit tells you, he is not the one, please leave him. This can be depressing, this can be stressing, because of course you cannot go against God. I mean, there are people who go against God, but of course later on things are not well. So you cannot go against God, and you will have to cut off that relationship. Another thing we do as Christian girls is meeting someone, you like them, and then you start praying for maybe his family, maybe his pastor, maybe somebody to love you, or somebody to the people around that person to like you or to gain favor before them. So I say this all the time. You should not be asking for favor before men. You should first seek approval from God. If God approves, no man can refuse. Who are you human beings to refuse what God has said? So you find many girls in church, they see a Christian brother, they start praying for him to like them. And this scenario can also be brought out easily through people who have like mutual friends, or they have been family friends from back in the day. Then maybe the girl or the man starts praying for favor before the girl, before the family members, before the friends, before the pastor. But remember, those are just human beings. Best advice I can give you is to first seek approval from God. Once you get approval from God and God says, yeah, tick, you are the one, you're the anointed one from Mr. So and so, for Mrs. So and for Miss So and so. Then you can start praying about it. These people, they will not want to disobey God. If they are believers, they cannot go against God. But you find people doing it vice versa. Even though you gain favor before those people, and then at the end of the day, God says, that's not your husband. Trust me, no one wants to fight God. No one wants to go against God. So that will just be automatically out of the way. So that is another mistake as Christians that we do. You go and pray for somebody to like you, to love you, yet God has not given you an approval yet. Another mistake we make as Christians is going on dates that can lead one thing to another. You know, as a Christian, when you're dating, when you're courting, if you've not yet been wedded, you are not supposed to have sex outside marriage. So you find that these people took a trip, and instead of booking 2 hotels, they're like, let's book 1 room. You know, why are you tempting yourselves? You know, this flesh does not get born again. It is your spirit that got born again. You know, you find people, you find yourselves in compromising situations. You go in a restaurant that is hidden, that is so... Then you tempt the body. Don't tempt yourselves. Don't make that mistake. Another mistake people do is when a guy approaches a lady and the lady has not yet sought guidance from the Holy Spirit, and then you start asking people around you. So and so said he wants to marry me. So and so said we should date. So and so said you should date. There are even people who are jealous of you that for them they have not yet told them, who are going to crash it. Keep things to yourself. You know, keep things to yourself. Keep things to yourself. Many people have not moved to the next stage because they told people about their plans. And the plans just died there and then. So you need to keep it to yourself. Once you communicate with the Holy Spirit and you get that answer, keep it a secret. Keep it to yourself. Pray for it to come to manifestation, you know. People should even know, maybe along the way, once they figure it out and the Holy Spirit has revealed it to them, let them know along the way. But otherwise, keep quiet. Let even people know when you're just inviting them for your introduction ceremony, or when the pastor is announcing you they are in front of church. You know, some people, you may find the man that you're telling them, they have wanted him for the longest. And maybe you're not as prayerful, you know. And then that's where you find yourself entering warfare that you didn't need to even enter. Fasting and praying that you need to now enter because you told a person with an evil spirit, with a destiny-killing spirit in them. And now you have to go into excess prayer and fasting. And some people actually, by the way, God spoke, the girl understood, but because they rushed to release that news to people, it crumbled. You know, one day I was talking to somebody came and told me that, God showed me who my wife is. I was so excited. I was so happy. I was like, yes, have you told her? The person is like, calm down. The Holy Spirit showed me, I'm praying about it, but I've not yet been given a go ahead to tell her. This person was trusting the Holy Spirit along the way to give them direction on whatever step they take. And trust me, it went on smooth because this person was following the guidance of the Holy Spirit, you know. But you find somebody has just told you today, tomorrow it is on social media. You went on your first date, you've already posted pictures. You know, you need to keep your things to yourself. Some people naturally have that Herod spirit, you know, that kills babies when they are still young. Because if God has given you marriage, it's like he has given you a baby, because that is ministry God has given you. So you will go and utter it to a Satanist or somebody with that destiny killer spirit, and it would automatically crash. So we need to keep things to ourselves. Until the Holy Spirit tells you to speak, until the Holy Spirit tells you to announce it, then you can announce it. There is no harm in that. But sometimes out of excitement, and you know the devil can get you out of excitement, you start talking, telling everybody. Another mistake that we make is asking people for their opinion before, maybe if you're a man, before approaching somebody, or a lady, if a man has approached you, you want to seek guidance from your friends. You people, you need to have the spirit of discernment. In the other case scenario, the person had gotten approval from the Holy Spirit. In this case scenario, you've not yet even gotten the approval from the Holy Spirit. You're already asking people, what do you think about this man? What do you think about this woman? What do you They don't know. They don't know anything about that person. You know, let me tell you, the best person you can ask about themselves is that particular person. Sit that person that you like and ask them question after question after question after question. And another thing, you can also ask the Holy Spirit to reveal to you that person's heart, to reveal to you that person's intentions. You know, I always share my story with you people, how I went to the Bible college and this young gentleman told me that I believe you're my wife, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, as God has not spoken to me, how I'm your wife, you know? So I sought guidance of the Holy Spirit. I stayed calm, and God revealed to me that this young gentleman just wanted to sleep with me and dump me. When I got that revelation, I called that gentleman. I told him everything. I also told him what he should do, how to pray about it, which church he should even go to that was near his home to learn about deliverance and all that stuff. When I told him that, trust me, that the man never called me again. He never showed up in Bible college again. Why? The Holy Spirit guided me and helped me out. I cannot even stand and say that it was my own knowledge and understanding. It was not my own thinking. Because the devil knows what you like. The devil will know that this girl, she likes light-skinned guys. This girl, she likes dark-skinned guys. You know, you look at all the people in your life that have come and maybe the ones the devil has used to make you backslide. You will find that they look the same because the devil knows what your eyes are attracted to, and it's exactly what he will bring into your life. But when you realize that patterns, you have to understand that maybe there is also a something spiritual that you need to deal with you yourself. So I believe those are some of the dating mistakes we as Christians make. Another mistake we do as Christians who are dating is publicizing things way too fast. Guys, you don't know what's on the internet. You don't know. Why are you giving yourself extra work? Yet you can just keep quiet and keep your pictures in the gallery until something is done, you know? So sometimes we do it so fast. You go and put people on social media, my boo, my bae, my what, you know? Before you know it, the ex is coming to claim him. Before you know it, the baby mama is coming to abuse you. Before you know it, the ex-girlfriend who he left with 2 kids when he was still in the world is there attacking you and abusing you. But you could have saved yourself all that drama by not publicizing that relationship until it is official and they can't do anything about it. If something really does not need to be publicized and you don't really need approval from people, which I believe you do not, you shouldn't really talk about it and you shouldn't publicize it. Remember, all these things that I've listed in this video is simply my opinion. You can also let us know in a comment section, what mistake did you make as a Christian who was dating somebody? Or what mistakes do you know that Christians make in relationships? You can let us know in the comment section. We shall be learning anyway. That's all I had to share with you today. Remember to always seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit for the men before you approach a woman, and a woman when they approach you. Make sure you get confirmation you yourself from the Holy Spirit so that you do not make a mistake. Remember, a broken dating stage is better than a broken marriage. That's all I had to share with you today. Love and peace from me to you. Until next time, bye.